Hi everybody, my name's John and this is Integrity Talks. Today I'm going to talk about Republicans and the MAGA movement. Two pretty different things when you get right down to it. There's a lot going on in the U.S. today that politicians would have never dreamed of 20 years ago. And the country's getting out of control. Donald Trump is single-handedly trying to destroy this country. Coupled with everything else that's going on, it looks like he may be experiencing the onset of dementia. He's definitely got a lot of health issues going on right now, but that's got nothing to do with the things he's doing, because he's been doing this since his first term in office. Right now, the way things stand, he's destroyed every diplomatic relationship we've ever had with all the other countries. He's killing our economy. He's taking away Medicaid. He's taking away Medicare. He's messing with Social Security. And he's just doing everything he can to help the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. I can tell you right now, just off the top of my head, things I was paying $1.50 for last year, just like as soon as last year, I'm paying $3 or more for now. So in a lot of cases, prices have doubled, if not even more than that. So you're going to see me referring to my notes every once in a while, but I can't read from a script. It sounds too robotic. And I'm just not even going to try it. So I'm going to look at my notes and we'll take it from there. Today, when we talk about the Republican Party, everybody just assumes MAGA, and that's not true. You got the MAGA movement, and then you got the true Republicans. Trump may call himself a Republican, but he's not. He's got his own little thing going on there, and all indicators point toward MAGA being a cult. They can say what they want, and they can twist it and spin it and change it to whatever flavor they want to. But at the end of the day, every word that comes out of their mouth is all bullshit. Every word is bullshit. The truth of the matter is, the rise of Donald Trump and, let's say, his fervent base, what the hell, they're radicals. They call us radicals, but really, he likes to project onto other people the way that he is and the things that he's doing. So, to give you an example, back when he and Kamala were running the presidential race, he kept saying she's going to start World War III. She's going to start World War III. He's the one that's well on his way to start in World War III. So let's get that out in the open right now. The fact of the matter is, there's millions, literally millions of Republicans out there who do not agree with Donald Trump. Many of them are starting to back the Democrats. Well, they started backing the Democrats all the way back during Kamala's campaign. But even now, they're starting to back new Democrats coming onto the scene, because they know that democracy as we know it is about to go by the wayside. There's no doubt about it. You look at the things he's doing, the things he's trying to do. He's ignoring the Supreme Court. He's trying to put executive orders onto policies set by Congress or individual states. For instance, mail-in voting. Each individual state controls the way they handle the voting. Trump cannot just come in there, sign an executive order, and boom, it changes to the way he wants it to be. It just doesn't work that way. He may think it does, and his base may believe that it does, but that's not true. Over the years, the Republican Party has generally consisted of conservatives, moderates, and even some liberal people. But at the end of the day, they might fight and cuss at each other. But at the end of the day, you knew that they were going to put forth a policy that was beneficial to most people. You're never going to get something that's beneficial to everybody. You can try, but it's never going to happen. Not even for a second. It's never going to happen. But they would come up with a plan that was beneficial for most of the population as a whole. There's plenty of Republicans out there that resist what Donald Trump's trying to do. Maybe resist is not a good word. They need to be stronger. Democrats need to be a hell of a lot stronger than they've been the last 20 years or so, but the Republicans need to be stronger. Because if we don't resist this man and the Democrats don't take over during the midterms, democracy's going to go bye-bye. If democracy goes bye-bye, then you could see the United States turning into a dictatorial province, republic, whatever you want to call it. So we got to get control of the House, and hopefully the Senate. It's hard to get control of both, but hopefully we get control of both of them, or at the very least, we get rid of enough MAGA people that we can impeach Trump, the Senate can convict him, and we can put him out of office. I don't know, with all his health issues, J.D. Vance is already making moves to take over the country. And that's all good and well. But the reality is he still has the same ideals, we'll say, that Trump has. And fascism's rearing its ugly head in our country. It's as plain as simple as that. Since Trump has been, let's say, politicking, racism is on the rise. The billionaires are getting richer. I don't know about just the millionaires. The billionaires are getting richer. This big old ugly bill, his so-called big beautiful bill, has ordinary people taking up the slack in taxes that these billionaires would have to pay. I don't have the math to back me up, but in a future video I will. But if you do the math, and these billionaires had to pay their fair share that the rest of us have to pay in taxes, we'd have a budget surplus. We wouldn't be trillions in debt. We wouldn't have Donald Trump sitting in the office demanding that his little pussy Mike Johnson to hold the country hostage with the way they think things ought to be instead of the way people think things ought to be. He's gotten rid of diversity, equity, and inclusion. They're deporting people that are here illegally. They've even tried to deport American citizens. And just for those of you out there who don't realize that, Puerto Ricans are American citizens. They're not naturalized. They didn't come here and say, hey, I want to be an American citizen. None of that bullshit. Puerto Rico is a United States territory, and as such, they are automatically accorded the rights as if they were born in the United States of America. They can run for president. They can come and go as they wish. They're not a group of people that can be deported, not legally. Abrego Garcia had documents saying that it was legal for him to be here. And they're trying to catch him up in all this human trafficking garbage. And I don't care, I'll argue all the way down. That picture Donald Trump had was photoshopped to put MS-13 on that man's knuckles. And there's not a damn one of them out there that can prove me wrong, provided they have a copy of that original picture. Real Republicans are sick and tired of the dominance that MAGA has in this country. Had Kamala been elected, she wasn't, but had she been, you would have seen a diverse mixture of Republicans and Democrats in her cabinet right now. You can deny it if you want to, but I believe her. And I'll tell you what, you can take the most unreliable Democrat there is out there, and I don't know who that would be, I got to do a little research, but take the most unreliable Democrat that's out there, put him up against Donald Trump, and you'd still have a better president than we have right now. And Trump wants to jump all over AOC and Jasmine Crockett and talk about how uneducated or how stupid they are, how they have such a low IQ. You got the talk, asshole. Can you walk the walk? You and those two ladies sit down and take a real IQ test. And let's see who comes out on top. You'd be at the bottom, I'll guarantee it. And I'm speaking directly to you, Trump. You would be at the bottom. You know it, I know it, and the rest of the world knows it. You'll deny it, but true is true. The bottom line is, I just wanted to say that not all Republicans are MAGA. And all of MAGA is not filled with true Republicans. You can bet your ass on that. They're out to destroy the country. They want to put fascism in place. They want a dictator. They want to get rid of elections. They want to get rid of any choice that people might even remotely have of having a say in the way this country's being run. Trump wants to be the be-all, tell-all. And he ain't jack shit. His first time around, everybody said, oh, he's a businessman. Let him come in. He'll straighten the country out, blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. He bankrupted 6 or 7 companies, and who knows, maybe even more than that. And let's be fair about it, and I say this time and time again. My hatred of this man has absolutely nothing to do with being president. Well, it's part of it, but this goes way back to the 70s when I knew him for being the grifter and the narcissist and the pedophile and the rapist and everything that he is known as today. How in the hell did we come in this country to put in a 34, I almost said 36, but it's 34 count felon in the White House? There's a serious problem. And the Democrats have to get off their asses, campaign hard, and let's take our country back. They thought that it took them 60 years to get control before. It'll take them 600 this time around. People like that should not be running our country. They're making people go hungry. You can't afford to buy food. Good grief, eggs were in California over $9 a dozen for months. And yeah, you can place all the blame on Biden you want to. Yes, he did have those flocks killed, but would you rather have those flocks killed because of the bird flu? Or would you rather eat those bad eggs and get sick and maybe die? Trump doesn't care. Look at COVID. What a disaster. Telling people to inject bleach into their veins. What a moron. Donald J. Trump, you, your sons, your daughter, you're all morons. I just want people to remember that because you're a Republican does not mean you're MAGA. And if you're MAGA, you're damn sure not a Republican. You're MAGA, period. Democrats, get off your asses, get out there, get your faces known. Work with the Republicans. Work together, people you used to. What happened? Work with the non-MAGA Republicans. Let's take this country back and get back to business. Trump, all he's doing is busting his ass, increasing his net worth, insider trading, all that bullshit. It's got to go. Then when the Democrats get control of the country again, let's get rid of the Electoral College and make it a law so absolutely no maps can be redrawn. Yeah, I'm talking about Texas. But make it so no maps can be redrawn other than after the census, when it's supposed to be. And then each one have an independent commission made up of citizens, not politicians, citizens. We're going to hell fast, people. And if we don't make changes and somebody step up, then it's all on your shoulders. Have a great day. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. Help us grow this channel and get the word out there. Midterms. Democrat voters have to get off their asses, whatever way your jurisdiction allows it, and vote. You need to get out and vote. Have a great day.